Yeah, sorry about that, Jim. VA1BI all clear.
Yeah, I know you guys were deep in conversation. I know you guys are deep in conversations here, but anyways, I just wanted to let you know. Okay, I imagine Don's ready there. Go ahead, Don.
Roger that, Jim. Yeah, no worries. They were just finishing up there anyways, and just wanted to let them have their 7 freeze. So I'm thinking the frequency is not in use at this time now. This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell Cornish, New Brunswick for the Triple F net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic for the net? Nothing heard on that. Are there any announcements for the net?
Well, I do have an announcement, Don. It's not really future related, but I do have an announcement.
9 Zulu Papa, the name is Don, location is Russell Cornish, New Brunswick. I'll be your net controller this evening, and we usually have a topic of discussion for the evening, and the topic of discussion tonight is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? Once again, the topic is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? So with that being said, and I'm busy swatting mosquitoes here in the shack, they are just horrendous. But with that being said, we'll take a short standby for any check-ins to the Triple F net tonight.
And Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima.
Victor Echo 9 Mike Oscar. Victor Echo 9 Alpha India.
Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha Portable.
All right, we got 5 in that call up. Very good. We'll start with the portable there, Mike. Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha. Go ahead with any comments for the net, sir.
V1 Zulu, V9 Zulu Papa, V9 Mike Charlie Alpha Portable. Good evening there, Don. I think Jim had an announcement there at first, but anyways, I'll call him in after me. Yeah, no, just testing out my FT2 there on my laptop with the WiresX software as a personal digital note. Rated at half a watt because it stays on all the time, so even at half a watt, it doesn't get warm, so that's a safe thing with a, especially if it's in open source there, open node. And on the topic, well, it all depends on the moolah, how much moolah I have, and if the mode interests me, but I'm pretty satisfied with what I have right now. I'm on. I'm not on EFT8 or Echolink or stuff like that, but I kind of like just the normal stuff, and was on Packet way back, and then I'm almost ready to get on Packet VHF again. And EFT8 and that doesn't really interest me at the moment, but I don't say it won't. But at the moment, Fusion and everything else is keeping me pretty busy there, so I'm enjoying the hobby as much as I can, and if I'd have a lot of moolah, well, then maybe I'd expand, but at this time, it's what it is. So back to you there, Don. Have a good net, and thanks for calling me in. Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa, Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha Portable.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha Portable, Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. Fine on everything there, Mike. Yes, indeed, money is definitely very much a contributing factor in that respect. Yeah, I really do like this 7250 that I'm on, and it's nice and simple, very limited on the bells and whistles, which I like, and easy to check in or to get into all the rooms and that. So good stuff. Thanks a lot for checking in there, Mike. Have yourself a really good weekend, sir, and stay dry. Apparently, we're going to get a little moisture falling on this weekend. So up next, we have Jim, Victor Echo 1, JBL. Come on in, Jim, with any comments for the net.
VE9 Zulu Papa and the Friday Night Fusion Net, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Don, and Mike, and everybody else on frequency there. Lovely day here again in Tignish here. We're in town getting groceries and everything this afternoon here. Now we're out for another couple of weeks here, and everything's going along well. And yeah, I wanted to just, it's not fusion related. Well, it's not fusion related, Don, but I've been playing with my 6-meter rig. I got it up and running again there. And yesterday I put my 5-element beam together and got it up. And I just made a contact a little while ago here into North Carolina, Dawn, WB7 PMP in the North Carolina. I heard that 6 meters was wide open, but I didn't realize how wide open it was. So I got a hold of Ron, 5.9 both ways, and I only have 10 watts coming out of the radio, and I had a 5.9 copy into North Carolina. He had no trouble getting me, and the reason that's wide open, Don, my 5-element beam is 2 feet above the ground. I have a 5-element beam that's sitting 2 feet above the ground. I stuck a piece of pipe in the ground. I put the antenna, that's how I put it together. I just stuck it on the pipe, and I put the 5 elements on the boom, and ran a piece of wire into the shack and turned on the radio. And this gentleman from North Carolina got me at 5.9, and the antenna is 2 feet off the ground. I just took a picture of it and put it on Twitter, so if anybody has Twitter and they look going to the Westcombe Amateur Radio Club or on the Maritime Amateur, I put the picture out there. So there's an actual picture of my beam 2 feet above the ground, picking up a fellow in North Carolina on 6 meters. So that's how wide open 6 meters is. Just imagine if I got the beam up on a tower or something, what I would be getting. So anyways, I just thought that was quite interesting, and I know some of the guys are in the 6 meters, so I just wanted to let everybody know there. That's it from here, Don. Have yourself a great evening. I'm not going to stick around. I'm going to head back out and see what else I can do on 6 meters here. So have a great net there, and we'll talk to you again. VE9 Zulu Papa from VE1 JBL, Jim English Bridge 73.
VE1 JBL, VE9ZB. All right, Jim, fine on everything there. Holy Marconi, 2 feet off the ground, and you're talking that far. That's what's called good conditions there, man. Right on. Good on you. Good on you. Hope you get many more this weekend. Definitely be a good weekend to stay inside and play radio for sure. Well, also, Jim, just want to say that it's not necessarily limited to Fusion or C4 FM. Just if you're interested in the latest and greatest, it could be HF, UHF, anything. But all right, you have a great weekend there, Jim. Thanks a lot for the check-in there, sir. We'll talk at you later. Up next, we have Malcolm, Victor Echo 9, Mike Oscar. Come on in, Malcolm, with any comments for the net.
VE9ZP and the group. This is VE9 Mike Oscar. Sort of mobile still. I'm just sitting in the door here. Just got home from a bit of a drive with my son there. So, good to hear Jim with his 6 meters. So that's good. I might go in and check some FT8. I heard Joe and Bill talking about FT8, so I'll have to give that a listen. The latest and greatest, yeah, I always, I guess, keep an ear out for what's new and stuff, and I think this fusion mode is pretty late and great, so good way to communicate to folks. So anyway, wish everyone a good weekend, and 7-3 all, VE9MO.
VE9MO, VE9ZP. Good on everything there, Malcolm. Fine. Well, if I had my 6-meter beam up on the tower that I have yet to replace, and the rotor hooked up, I would definitely be on that later on after the net for sure, just to give her a whirl. Anywho, appreciate the check-in there, Malcolm, and do have a safe weekend. And hi to number one son there beside you, if he's still there. He probably went inside by now. So, 7-3 Malcolm, and we'll talk to you later. Up next, we have Gary, Victor Echo 9, Alpha India. Come on in, Gary, with any comments for the net.
VE9ZP, net control. VE9AI, Gary and Fredericton, and the Fredericton repeater. Good evening to one and all on frequency. A bit of spattering of rain here, but dark out, but I guess we'll get some overnight. Anyway, talking about old modes, well, back in the early 90s, we had digital packet and and slow scan television, but back in those days, you had to build a lot of stuff yourself. We built a lot of slow scan cards to do it, and different things we did with packet radio, and anyway, it was fun back then. But anyway, I do some of the modern modes, and always interested in like older stuff and like the new too, so. Anyway, with that, we'll say 7-3, head back to the cottage tomorrow and mow the grass again. It keeps growing, so always something to do. Very good. Back to you, Don. VE9AI, we're clear.
VE9AI, VE9ZP. All right, Gary, good on that. Yeah, with me, the latest and greatest, I'd say I'm not really that type of a person to go out and buy the newest model out. It's kind of like with a car, you know. You want to let it settle down on the market for 2-3 years, and then they get the bugs worked out, and then go for the purchase. Anyways, good on the mowing of the grass there, Gary. Better you than me, man, fighting those mosquitoes. They're thick as thieves out here in the corners, so I could just imagine what they'd be like out at the cabin there. Anyways, 7-3 for now, Gary. Thanks for the check-in there, sir. Up next, we have Victor Yankee 2, Golf Fox, and I believe that's George. Come on in, George, with any comments for the net?
Well, good evening, Don, everybody in the net. I'm coming through Charlottetown. Well, the latest and greatest. Anything that comes up that seems new or different, I read about it. But usually I'm pretty satisfied with what I have, and I was interested in what Jim had to say about 6 meters there, and I do have a antenna made last winter, and I've got to get the thing tuned, and we'll see if it works. A number of years ago, I bought a beam for 6 meters. It was called the Magic Band. I put it up on top of the mast, and it turned out to be not so magic. I had it up there for 6 months and didn't make one contact. Anyway, I hope everybody's a good week, and we'll be going down to East Point Lighthouse on Sunday, about 1300 UTC, and I'm going to activate it. So have a good week, everybody, and we look forward to the net next Friday. Victor Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot.
VY2GF, VE9ZP. All right, George, good on everything there, man. That really sucks when you put something up and it turns out to be a dud. Yeah, I could just imagine, but well, hey, that's how we learn, though. That's how we learn. That's all part of the hobby there for sure. Anyways, have a good one there, George. Thanks a lot for checking in, sir. We'll talk to you next week. Right, that brings us to the end of that list. So we are looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net. The topic of discussion tonight is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? Are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? So that's the topic of discussion tonight. This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish, your net controller. So any more check-ins, please come now.
Victor Yankee VY2J.
Holy Marconi. Joe, it sounds like you're going solo there this time there, my friend. VY2JC. Joe, come on in with any comments for the net.
Yeah, good evening there, Don. That's the way I like to check in there. It's not crowded, eh? I'm a big guy, eh? I need lots of elbow room, aye. Anyway, what a day we had here. I think I heard VY2 Golf say it was 26, I think he said, or something like that. In Charlottetown, it was 24 here. One time I come in the shack for a little bit to get a drink of water. I was cutting the grass, and I think I got a sunburn. You imagine me, a native, and getting a sunburn. The sun must be getting pretty hot. Anyway, Don, am I interested in the latest and the greatest? Well, if it's got anything to do with ham radio, yes, I am interested in it. It don't matter what it is. I said for a long time that this year FT for me, not for me. I wouldn't do that, and here I am doing it. And I'm having some fun with it too. Like whenever the conditions are open, like a while ago there, the 6 meters is open, like Jim was saying there, and my 5-element beam is at 70 feet. I think it might be going right over their head. But anyway, when I see spikes on the 7300, I go right off of FT8 and I go right down and I'll make 10 or 15 or 20 contacts and then when it dies out, it'll go back to FT8 again. Like it's FT8 is a thing that you can make contacts when it's when it was a very, very poor signal, and it works not bad. That's the computer talking to a computer, and you just got to click on the call sign, and it pretty much does it all. Does it all there. But anyway, each to their own, is for sure, and that's what I like about this hobby. There's so much to do on it. If you're a bored ham operator, you're not looking for enough. Like Dale Earnhardt said one day, if you're not wrecking, you're not trying hard enough. So I go do on my portable. So thanks for doing the net, Don. Thanks for calling us in. 7-3. And I know I'm breaking up a little bit because my rotor is toast. VY2 Juliet Charlie.
VY2JC, the United FP. Good copy there, Joe. Good copy and fine on everything there. Oh man, yeah. I'm hoping to get 6 meter beam up. Like I've got a tri-bander. It's good for 6.2 and 440, I believe. So I'm hoping to get that up this summer. But I have to replace the tower first before I put it up, because otherwise I'll be putting it up twice, and I don't like doing things twice. So, good on everything there, Joe. And thanks a lot for checking in there, sir. Have a great weekend, and stay dry. Stay dry, my friend. Joe is at the bottom of that list, so we're going to start another list here. The topic of the evening is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? And this is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish, New Brunswick for the Triple F Net. So any check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
All right, we got a couple more in that call up. We'll start off with Rob there. Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. Come on in, Rob, with any comments from the net.
VE9 Zulu Papa, VE1 RMJ, good evening, Don. Good evening to Joe there and all the rest on frequency. Well, for the topic, well, I definitely want to get on 6 meter now. That's nothing new. That's pretty awesome to hear, and I do want to get on 6 meters, but I don't have any equipment or any radios yet that can do it. But someday. As far as latest and greatest, yeah, like to actually kind of mixture of old and new, Raspberry Pi and some packet and stuff like that. On right now, it'd have to be VHF. So I got the components here to get it all done. It's just getting the time to get the software side of things all set up. So this week, I'm hoping to get the time to do some of that if it's going to be rainy here. But other than that, nothing else further for the net here. I'll send it back to you there. VE9 Zulu Papa, VE1 RMJ.
VE1 RMJ, VE9 ZB. All right, Rob, good on everything there, man. And yeah, Raspberry Pi is something it never really hooked me. It never really caught my attention, so didn't bother going that way. But like Joe said, there's a facet on this multifaceted diamond called amateur radio for everybody, and that's great. Yes, sir. All right, thanks a lot for checking in, Rob. I think you're doing the YouTube thing, and thank you very much for that, sir. And have a great weekend, and stay dry. And up next, we have Paul of Victor Echo 9, PAL, Papa Alpha Lima. Come on in, Paul, with any comments for the net.
Yeah, V9ZP, this is V9PAL. How you doing there, Don, and everybody else on the net? Yeah, there's not much traffic here or there. But anyway, for latest and greatest ham radio, yeah. Well, my radio, I can't get 6 meters on it, but I'm planning to get something a little better than that later on. But I've still got that old TS450S, but still working great. But there's no 6 meters in it. But anyway, I always like to do different things with the ham. I like to experiment and stuff like that with antennas and that. So other than that, nothing else. There's been a beautiful day. 21 still here in Irishtown, so that's good. But anyway, you guys all have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. E9PAL.
VE9PAL, VE9ZB. All right. Thanks a lot for checking in there, Paul. Roger, on the weather, too. We had a beautiful day here in Russell Gornish, but the sky, she's thickening up and getting a little ominous looking, we'll say. And, of course, that's when the mosquitoes came out, so. And I'm just busy. That's my second pastime, I think, being that controller here, swatting mosquitoes. They are relentless. Anyways, once again, thanks for checking in, Paul, and have a great weekend. And that was the bottom of that list. So we're looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish, New Brunswick. I'm your net controller this evening. And any more check-ins for the Triple F Net, please come now.
Victor Echo 1, Mike Yankee.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November.
All right. We got two in that call up. Victor Echo 1, Mike Yankee. Come on in there, Mike. Any comments for the net?
V9 Zulu Papa, V1 and Y. Oh, not much. Like I say, fine day here. Got the first shot for the vaccine today also. So on the motorcycle. Anyway, We'll say hello to Bert coming up behind me. 7-3 to all, the 1 and 1.
VE1MY, VE9ZP. All right, fine on that there, Mike. Did you have any comments for the topic of discussion tonight? It is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? Any words on that, Mike? Go ahead.
Well, I'll just say one thing. Like I said, I have here, I get D-Star, I have Fusion. I have, some people, like I said, my radio has 6 meters also, so. Yeah, I guess I got most of the modes of communication there, Don.
All right, fine stuff there, Mike. It sounds like you pretty well have the whole gamut covered. Good on that. Well, thanks a lot for checking in, Mike. 7-3 for now, and do have a dry weekend, sir. I know we're looking at showers here, so gonna be an indoor kind of weekend, I'm thinking. And we'll catch you next week there, Mike. Good stuff. Up next we have Bert, VE9, Papa Indy November. Come on in, Bert, with any comments for the net.
Good evening, everyone. I've been trying to go in, but I guess I got rained on there a few times, so third time is always the best time. Hi. Not much rain started after supper here. It was plus 29 in Edmondson all day. Nice. Sun went out early afternoon, but it was still moggy and sunny. I should be in the Fredericton area for a few days after noon tomorrow. And for the rest, well, I've got much fun on the Fusion, EPRS, and analog there, so plenty for me. When I want to do HF, I just run down to the club station because I just have a monitor here. I don't have a transmitter. Anyway, 73 to all. Have a pleasant evening and good long weekend for those who don't work on Monday. So enjoy. I think it's going to be a rainy weekend, but hey, there's always something to do in-house or outside. Have a good one, everyone.
VE9, Papa Indy November, VE9 Zulu Papa. All right, we're good on everything there, sir, and yes, indeed, never a dull moment. There's always something to do. Well, thank you for checking in, Bert, and we'll catch you next week. And Bert was at the bottom of that list, so we are looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. The topic of discussion is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? Are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish, New Brunswick, your net controller. Any more check-ins for the Triple F Net, please come now.
November 1, Canada, Denmark, Norway.
All right, we managed to dig one out of the woodwork there. I believe that was Steve, number one Canadian. Come on in, Steve, with any comments for the net.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. N1CDN, also known as Victor Echo 9 Oscar in my backyard here in Seminole, Florida. Had lunch with a truck driver from Moncton today. That was pretty cool. I've known him on Facebook for a few years, never met him in person. And he brought a load of fresh salmon down to Tampa, and we went out to a local Florida-based chain restaurant, and we had lunch, and we shared lives with each other. And it was a fun time, indeed. He just got a run doing a run down here, but every 2 weeks. So I've got a pipeline to get things shipped to my mom and shipped from my mom. which is really nice. And boy, oh boy, he sure wants to move here. The weather right this time of year is just ideal. A shout out to Bert's 29 degrees up there. It's 29 degrees here as well right now. And nice gentle breeze. This is definitely the weather that I moved here for. Not much going on. Still working every day and enjoying life in the South. I miss the fact that I can't get back to New Brunswick this year. It was my mom's 80th birthday, and they celebrated it in Shediac, and I couldn't be there. But this too shall pass. That's the figure of speech. We'll be there soon enough. We just got confirmation today, although my wife's known it for a couple of days, that the cruise ship that we intend to sail on in September has left Spain and is on its way here to be delivered to Carnival. It's so new they don't even have it yet. And really looking forward to getting on that cruise ship and getting on the water, getting out of port. I don't care if we don't get to have a destination. Just get me on a cruise ship. I miss being cooped up, although in Florida we're really not that cooped up. Everything's pretty much wide open now. So with that, back to net control. Good to hear everybody. Hope to see you soon. And hopefully you guys can come down here soon too. 7-3 to the net and all on listening in. This is N1CDN, also known as Victor Echo 9 Oscar Oscar.
CDN, Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. All right, Steve, good on everything there, man. And yeah, I hear you on the cruising. Just before the breakout in the States of this pandemic, we came back from a blues cruise. And man, I tell you, that was great. A little bit short. It was only about 4 days, just down in the Bahamas and back. But music galore everywhere you went. It was awesome. And we've been on a few cruises down to the Caribbean and that, and Alaska. And I tell you, it's a lovely way to de-stress. I got to say that. All right, 7-3, sir, Steve, and thanks for the check-in, man. And real sorry about you missing your mom's 80th there. I know we were fortunate enough when my mother-in-law was still alive. We managed to celebrate her 80th, and it was a good special moment. But hey, there's always next year when hopefully we can make up for all these little flubs that this COVID's causing us. Well, thanks a lot for checking in, Steve. Have a great weekend, and enjoy that nice warm weather. And we'll talk to you next Friday. So Steve is at the bottom of that list, and we're looking for more check-ins to the Triple F net tonight. This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Dawn in Russellgornish. And any more check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 9 or Sierra Delta Hotel.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima.
All right, we pulled a couple more out of the woodwork there. We'll go to the top there, Victor Echo 9, Sierra Delta Hotel. I believe that's Scott. Come on in, Scott, with any comments for that.
On net control, Victor Echo 9 or Sierra Delta Hotel. Good evening to you and all on frequency there, my friend. Just coming in through the VE9 SUX repeater here this evening. Tied my FT70 into my main line here at my QTH in Sussex. And yeah, really enjoying the net. Actually, the trigger point was VE1RMJ's YouTube feed, which popped up on my phone there. So, as always, I appreciate Rob's work as well, keeping us all connected. And I guess as per the question, if I'm interested in all that's new and exciting in ham radio, I definitely am. Been enjoying working some fusion with this FT70 since the pandemic began, and got a hot spot and been operating on Peanut and Echolink and enjoying all kinds of different ways to connect with other amateurs. And just as a side note, it was very had a great last 4 days traveling up to Fredericton and connecting in through the Fredericton Amateur Radio Club repeater. So great work on the Fusion repeater there, and keep up the great work, my friend. 73 to all on frequency, VE9SCH, I'll be clear.
VE9SDH, VE9ZB. All right, Scott. Well, thank you very much for the flowers there, man. The one who deserves them is actually Charles, VE9OR. He's sort of the brains behind the setup on the repeater there, and he's the one that basically tends it, and definitely sent him out the attaboys for sure. Good job on everything there, Charles. And yeah, with the latest and greatest, I don't want to spread myself too thin, so I tend to kind of focus just more so on Fusion and HF. I find otherwise then I get too squirrely. So anyways, thanks a lot for checking in there, Scott. Good to hear you, my friend, and have a great weekend. Next on the list, we have Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. That would be Jermaine. Come on in, Jermaine, with any comments for the net.
VE9 Zulu Papa, Victor Echo 9 at Charlie Golf Lima, Jermaine in St. Andre next to Grand Falls. Nothing much to report over here. Started to rain about 15 minutes ago. And with your topics of the night there, I love both of them, the analog one and the Fusion one. But the only thing that I hate about the Fusion, it's all computerized. And sometimes it's bugging, and sometimes it's working, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'll get used to it. And when it's bugging or something like that there, I know what to do. Just have to shut the power and listen to something else. There you go. I was talking a little bit loud because Bert, when he came in there, was talking loud. So I said, probably the guy that is making the net there probably is deaf or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hi. So take care of yourself. Have a nice night. Have a nice weekend. And 7-3 all around from VE9 Charlie Golf Lima.
VE9 Charlie Golf Lima, VE9ZB. All right, Jermaine, fine on everything there, man. No, I think Bert was just imitating Mike, Victor Echo 1 MY that called in before him there. The hearing is still good. The mind is kind of so-so, but the hearing is still good there, Jermaine. Anyways, good on everything there, sir. Have yourself a very enjoyable weekend, and do stay dry. Do stay dry. And Jermaine was at the bottom of that list. So we are looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. The topic of discussion: are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? And this is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Rossagornish, your net controller. So any more check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie.
Oh, sorry about that. We just had the analog side of the repeater decide to key up, and of course I switched over to the analog side. I should be back on digital now. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. Come on in with any comments for the net there.
Well, good evening, time friends, and from Ontario, Sudbury, Ontario in particular. But the latest and greatest. I have done that at one point, collected the latest and greatest. In fact, the FT3D is probably the last of the latest and greatest that I've picked up. Very beautiful handheld. I like it very much. But in terms of my HF equipment, the oldest thing there is the 7300, which I think is fairly new still. Picked it up from an estate sale, so not too bad. But very happy with everything that I have right now. I have DMR, and I have a 5100 and a 9100 for D-Star and HF and the whole bit. But you know, what more? You know, I don't think I need anything more in terms of radio equipment per se. I could use probably a better antenna. So that's probably what I'm going to be looking at. Maybe the latest and greatest in antenna. But there you go. Anyways, thanks for being there, and great net as always. And I love joining in on yous and participating as well. So thanks for being there. This is Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. Waving a hand, and 73s, everyone.
Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie, Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. All right, Frank, good on everything there, my friend. And we'll take that wave coming from the nickel belt. That's always a good thing. And really appreciate the check-in there. And I'm glad that you find it interesting. I know I like to try and keep a topic that interests everybody and, you know, keeps everybody in the loop, so to speak. Well, I hope you have a great long weekend there, Frank, and do stay dry if you do happen to get any rain coming your way. So with that being said, Frank was at the bottom of that list, and we're looking for more check-ins. We've still got time. We're looking for more check-ins to the Triple F net. This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Rustigornish, New Brunswick, and the topic of discussion tonight is: are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? So if you have any comments, please check in, and we're waiting for your call. So V9ZP, we're going to take a little standby here and see if we can get any more check-ins.
VE3 TXO.
Victor Echo 9, Juliet Charlie Tango.
There tonight, Tom. Come on in with any comments for the net.
Well, the newest and the greatest. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess between fighting with D-Star and C4 FM, I guess that would be about the newest and greatest at this end of radio. I can't complain. I enjoy more the C4 FM than the D-Star, and we won't get into why and how come. There you go. But that's just my preference. And we'll leave it at that. And with that said, I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for being there. Enjoyed listening along here to the net. And I guess I figured I'd leave it to the end and I don't have to fight with everybody trying to get a chance to get in. So we'll turn it back to you.
VE3TXO, VE9ZB. All right, Tom, good on everything there, man. And it's usually a pretty ordered bunch that we have here. They're generally civil. Every now and then you got to keep them in line, but hi. Well, on that being said, thanks for checking in there, Tom. Have a great long weekend, sir, and we'll talk to you next week. Up next, we have Victor Echo 9, Juliet Charlie Tango, Jean-Claude. Come on in with any comments for the net there, Jean-Claude.
Yeah, very good evening to you. Don and all on net. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Well, I missed most of the net. Yeah, came in when I think Scott was on. I think it was Scott. Yeah. And Scott and Germain also from Saint Andre, and yeah. And as far as the topic, well, I'm pretty happy with what I have now. As far as well, yeah, Fusion is the latest for me. I'm not too technical, so I like the keep it simple approach more than anything, I guess. So yeah, um, I hate stress, so there you go. Being retired, I'm out of that field now, so whatever I have, it's the has to be not too complicated. And yeah. Besides that, well, not much going on. There's almost Friday. We go out for supper, so with friends, and we did tonight. And like I said, most Fridays. So I'm usually here a little bit later on Friday night, most of the time anyway. And besides that, well, that's about it for me. I'll say 7-3 to all listening on the net, and thank
VE9JCT, VE9ZP. All right, Jean-Claude, fine on everything there, man. And yes, keep it simple is a good philosophy to have. I know I'm kind of the same way. I don't like anything that's too terribly menu driven or too in depth into menus. So where you go into the menu and then the sub menu, that sub menu just tends to get too confusing. And I just like it, where you can set up and start operating. So anywho, good on all that, Jean-Claude, and have yourself a very fine weekend, sir. Thank you for the check-in. And Jean-Claude was at the bottom of that list, so we're still looking for more check-ins. We still have time for more check-ins to the Triple F Net. The topic of discussion tonight is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? And this is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa, your net controller. The name is Don in Russellgornish, New Brunswick. So any more check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 1 Delta Echo Sierra Portable.
Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
All right, we picked up a couple more there. We'll go with the portable there first. I believe that was Victor Echo 1, Gulf Sierra. Portable, come on in with any comments from the net.
Thanks, Chief, for calling me in. P1 Delta Echo Sierra, name is Don, Delta Oscar November out of Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Now, I don't get into too much technical being a white cater. The less buttons to push, the better. I've gone into a few difficulties before by hitting these buttons and do 2 or 3 different functions. I go think we got a tech crew down here in the Yarmouth area that are pretty going to bail me out quite a few times. And that, listening to that with enjoyment. I've been on Fusion for about maybe 2 years now. The portal was a 70D, and the main unit is a 7250. Nice radios, good audio, enjoy them. Back to net control. I think V1 is Zulu Papa, I believe, V1 DES.
VE1, VES, VE9ZP. Good on everything there, Don. Got the call sign a little mixed up, but we got you straightened out in the log now. Good stuff. Yeah, and the 7250, you gotta admit it is a nice, simple rig. You've got 5 buttons on the front other than the power button, and one volume and one VFO, and there's another blast of mosquito. I've been swatting these mosquitoes all night long here. And, yep, I'm right with you there, Don, on the keep it simple philosophy. Gotta like it. Well, thanks a lot for checking in, Don, and we'll talk to you next Friday. 7-3 for now, and stay safe. And up next, we have Sterling, Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie. Come on in, Sterling, with any comments for the net.
P9 Zulu Papa, Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie. Thank you for calling, Don. Spent a lot of the day today cutting grass, so I'm just staying close to my Tylenol here. But as to the topic tonight, I guess my newest is my Fusion. I enjoy my Fusion, and I still have a lot to learn about it. So I guess that's my project before I go on to anything newer. So anyway, I would like to wish everyone a good weekend. Stay safe. And 73 from Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie, Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. Well, thanks a lot for the check-in there, Sterling, from Prince Edward Island there. Hope all is well on the island, and have a great weekend. And stay safe, sir. Awesome. Well, Sterling was at the bottom of that list, so we are still looking for more check-ins. If anybody anywhere wishes to check in to the Triple F Net, the call is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russigornish, New Brunswick. And the topic of the evening is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? So with that being said, we'll take a short standby and see if we have any more check-ins to the Triple F Net. I'm not hearing anything. We'll throw another pitch out there. This will be the number two call-up. Anyone else out there on the planet wishing to check into the Triple F Net? The topic of discussion once again is, are you interested in the latest and greatest in amateur radio? So if you have any comments on that, you wish to check in, please come now. Strike number two. We're going to go one final pitch. This is your last chance to dance this Friday, May the 21st, 2021. And it is, these mosquitoes they're relentless. Anyways, this is your last chance to check into the Triple F Net this Friday, May 21st, 2021.
And after the net, I have a question for you. N1CDN.
No problem on the question. We will stick around. With nothing being heard, I'd like to thank all 18 of you who checked in tonight. Very much appreciated. That was a pretty good net. And do stay safe. We'll say 7-3 for now. And this is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa, Don and Russigornish, closing the Triple F Net for this Friday, May 21st. And everybody have a safe and enjoyable long weekend, and do stay dry. With that being said, we'll return the frequency back to regular use. This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa, clear.